to the EpicVerse Podcast, where curiosities and theories run wild about the strange and spectacular and everything in between. And now, your hosts, JosiahRises, Benjamin, and Epic Mike.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of the EpicVerse Podcast. It's me, your boy, Josiah, and with me is the man himself, Mike. And yeah, it's just the two of us, everyone.
Just the two of us.
No Ben. So you know, it is what it is. But we'll get through this as we always do. You know, every other time Ben wasn't here, so we'll make it happen. But it's really funny because Mike and I were literally just talking about this, how like Ben was doing pretty good and he wasn't missing any episodes or anything like that. Yeah. Like we were just talking about this like yesterday or something, or 2 days ago, and then Ben was like, yeah, I'm not gonna be there. I was like,
I'm sorry, bro, I'm sick today. And we're like, wow,
cool.
Well,
cool.
You had to go back. Yeah. So the thing is, I sympathize a bit because, you know, being on a foreign planet, not being in your home, not knowing, you know, all the kinds of bacteria that you're going to run into, all the anal probing that he's probably doing. It's a lot of work.
Lots of anal probing.
Lots of anal probing.
To him.
To himself. And to others, maybe. It's a lot of work.
I mean, that is a lot of bacteria going around, too.
Yeah, so you never know, you never know what you get on your hands. I don't know if Ben's alien hands are slimy or sticky. They could have stuff stuck to them. How do you wash slimy, sticky hands, you know?
Yeah, man, they're probably like a weird like combination of slimy and sticky, sort of. Yeah. Like,
it's like
yeah. We know that feeling. It's just kind of like
yeah, you're like ugh. So like, how does he wash his hands? He's probably covered with all sorts of gross stuff.
Probably.
Poor guy.
But hey, you know, that's what happens when you're an alien living life on Earth. You know,
don't freaking come here if you don't want to deal with the bacteria. Yeah. Stop sticking stuff up people's butts if you don't want to get butt diseases on your hands.
Especially, you know, monkeypox. Apparently, that's a big thing. So,
yeah, monkeypox.
I wonder if aliens get monkeypox. I wonder if Ben could get monkeypox.
We're going to have to ask him when he comes back.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ben
went to eat an ass and see what happens.
Yeah, eat it, Ben. Ben, yeah, he has like a cryo chamber. I've seen it once. It's like a weird, like, it looks like a giant penis tube. And he sits inside of it when he's not feeling well, and he just like covers himself in some kind of weird white liquid, and he just sits in it for days until he feels better.
It's probably star jelly, to be honest.
Oh my gosh, it might be, which is really funny because people are asking me, when's the next time you're going to bring up star jelly on the podcast? I'm like, don't worry, it'll come up.
Dude, people loved that episode. That was so funny.
It was good stuff. I mean, listen, who doesn't love alien jelly? You know,
alien jizz all over the place.
Yeah, or something.
Ben's got a whole tank of it.
Yeah, well, that's where it's all coming from. Just you know. Oh, jeez, bro.
Poor Ben. Poor Ben.
Yeah, you know, we're just send love to Ben.
Yeah,
or
send him love,
or butts to Ben or something. I don't know.
Yep.
Send something to Ben.
Send him nudes. He'll love that.
Well. If you send him your butt, he might show up and probe it. Gotta be careful with that.
But no. Speaking of aliens.
Yeah. Oh.
They're well. First of all, I don't know if you've heard about this.
I have not.
But there's this crazy thing that's happening in Florida right now. And Florida basically is kind of like an alien planet.
Yes.
That's melded itself into Earth, sort
Florida
of.
man is not of this world, yeah.
Right. So Florida, there's this Florida town that's right now facing a quarantine as these giant African land snails are invading it. I don't know if you've heard about this.
Oh.
But apparently there's like these giant African land snails. Now, how big they are, I don't know like what the maximum size is, but if you look up like pictures of it, like they can be like the size of your hand basically. And apparently they are invading this town, which is kind of interesting.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, these things are huge.
Right?
Wow.
But apparently the reason why people are quarantining is because it can cause a form of meningitis. So, which is kind of crazy because if you look up like what some of the deadliest animals are in the world, snails are actually pretty high on the list, because people eat snails and then they like get sick and die apparently. So, yeah, apparently that's the thing. So, as someone who is very avidly against escargot, I say just stay away from the snails.
Yeah.
Don't.
Well, there's no reason to eat those things.
Yeah.
Why would you do that? Why would you be like, you know what I'm going to eat?
Look, I'm pretty open-minded. It's very, very. I'm not very picky when it comes to food. A couple weeks ago, my daughter and I were just getting some food and stuff at the store, and there was like a can of like these snails, like canned snails, that was like in the aisle with like the the sardines and all that stuff.
Don't do this.
We both just kind of looked at it, and I was like, I wonder what those taste like. And she was like, can we get them? And so I bought them, and we brought them home, and we kind of warmed them up on the stove a little bit, and then I literally couldn't put one in my mouth. I was like, I brought it up, and I was like, you know what? I can't do this, man. I can't do this.
Were they like? Do they still have their shells on?
No. They don't have shells on, but they just look like these like black slimy snails that just I just couldn't do it. I was like, no, I can't. My daughter, she like licked it, and then she just put it down, and she was like, I don't want to eat this. And I was like, I don't blame you. So
wow. I'm kind of disappointed.
I know I failed.
I mostly just wanted to know what you thought, like what they tasted like, but
I've had escargot before.
Really?
It's not good. No, I don't like it.
But
it has a weird flavor.
But you had it before, and then you decided to eat it again? But this time from a can?
Yeah, I mean, I've never had like canned snails before, you know what I mean? So I decided to just check it out and see what it was like.
I'm looking up stuff like pictures of cooked snails, and it is decidedly terrifying.
Yeah.
I don't like this at all. Why would you eat this? I just don't understand.
That's what I mean,
hey. I guess I want to say kudos on you, but I kind of feel like, how dare you? Because
yeah, I mean, well, people eat all sorts of weird stuff though. So.
Yeah, but snails,
like Rocky Mountain oysters. Would you eat Rocky Mountain oyster?
No, I would not eat testicles. There's no circumstances where I would be like, I'm going to eat this testicle, because I mean, okay, maybe if I was starving to death and I'm like, all I have is these bull testicles to eat or these snails, but I'd probably pick the snails over the testicles.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, especially like, they kind of like chop them up and get them all nice and cleaned out. But can you imagine like someone just going in raw on one of those suckers?
On like a testicle?
Yeah.
Just a raw testicle. They're just like, I just cut this straight off just now.
Juicy.
Like, yeah, I just don't know how you get to that point. I mean, I could see maybe vague where you're like, hey, we're gonna eat every part of this animal, and some guy was like, bro, I fried these testicles over an open fire, let's do it. And somebody's like, all right, man, and they ate them, and they're like, you know what, not too bad, let's just keep doing it. That's what people did with coffee. They're like, I boiled these beans, and let's just drink the black leftover juice out of this can. And they're like, okay. And then everybody just kept doing it, and everybody was like, you know what, if we stop, people will look at us weird. They'll call us names, so we got to keep doing it. So, like, I could see that, but who... Like, it's supposed to be a delicacy for, like, escargot. Yeah. So, like, who was like, oh, I am so fancy and rich. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to eat a snail. You're like, okay. And they're like, yeah, it's a delicacy. I'm like, no, it's a snail.
Like, I wonder if like snails were hard to come by or what. I don't know exactly why snails.
Yeah, I don't
know. I don't know. They're French people. What do you expect? French people get a little fruity with their food sometimes.
They do a lot of things. They really do.
They do.
Apparently, just as a side thing, these snails, these African land snails, they just keep coming back to Florida.
Yeah.
They were eradicated twice.
Yeah, they just keep invading.
Yeah. They're like,
They want
you know
Florida, man. They're
Yeah.
like, yeah, Florida will be ours.
It's just crazy. They're like, we got rid of them, and they're like, I don't think so.
We're
It was
gonna come back and
1960s.
spread our meningitis everywhere.
Yeah, people. I don't know. I'm just like, it's kind of weird.
Yeah.
Apparently, yeah. I mean, like, you can get infected eating produce that they've been on.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You get infected from drinking rainwater collected from roofs or whatever. Like, but
Yeah.
my thing is like, who's just like I get people collect rainwater, but they have like filters and stuff. Who's just like sitting under their roof, like, and going, I'm just gonna drink this right raw. Like, I'm just gonna drink rainwater raw. You know? Or like not even that, but like out of a drain. Like, I'm gonna pour this drain water into my cup and drink it. You know, like, oh, that's almost worse than eating testicles.
Yeah.
Children and other people who drink garden hoses have also been infected. I'm like, okay, I guess I
Dang.
could see that. Because, like,
I mean-
I used to drink out of a water hose as a kid. Yeah.
Dude, that was like the best water. It was so good.
Yeah, but never like sitting under like a storm drain or something like that and going, I'm going to drink this water that came straight out of this. Yeah.
Even water from your roof is a terrible idea. Like,
Yeah.
do you know how much like bird shit and stuff there is up there? And,
A lot. Yeah.
Like all sorts of garbage up there. Like,
Yeah. And what's
Like,
weird
they're-
is, like,
probably not just the snails. It's probably all sorts of things that they're
all
doing.
kinds of stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. But they just keep going back for more, I guess.
It's weird because, like, they're saying, when they talk about this stuff, they say to people, they make hairy organisms that can cause diseases to humans. Okay, yeah. These organisms can be transferred by ingesting improperly cooked snail meat. By handling live snails, allowing their mucus to contact human mucous membranes, such as those in the eyes, nose, and mouth. Well, I'm like, who's grabbing the snail and going, like, why are you rubbing your eyes and sticking your fingers in your mouth after holding one of those things? And also, who is cooking these snails?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, who's like, bro, look how big this snail is. I can't wait to eat this. I just don't understand.
Maybe it's kind of like, you know, how people like always like sniff their hand when they like scratch a stinky part of their body or something like that, you know? Maybe that's kind of the same thing where after they handle one of these snails, it's just kind of like...
See, that's... I always wonder what the deal is with that. Like, sometimes you'd be like...
Yeah.
Scratch my butt.
Yeah, I don't understand. Like, monkeys do the same thing.
Yeah.
Like, I've seen a lot of monkeys at like the zoo scratch their butt and then they just like sniff their fingers, and it's like, what? I don't know what the I don't know if there's like some weird like pleasure thing from it or what. I don't understand.
Question.
But
Maybe maybe it's just like it's a testy thing, you know? Like, you're like, hey, because I just got to double check. Like, oh man, scratch down there, and you go, oh, I'm good. I don't need to shower for a couple days.
How bad does it really stink?
I don't know. Like, I'm trying to like figure that out, but like,
yeah,
some people apparently, maybe it's something to do with like knowing whether or not you're healthy or not. I don't know.
Huh?
Dogs and stuff smell each other's butts, so
yeah. I mean, yeah. But,
I don't know.
But why do human beings have to sniff their own stuff all the time?
That's a really good question.
It's
Apparently, according to this article, which is obviously not scientifically based, men sniff their fingers after scratching their balls because it makes them feel alive.
Oh. Interesting.
Yeah.
I kind of like that man musk.
Yeah, you're like I know.
Man.
I'm a man. I feel so alive. I don't know. I mean,
My
I
balls
guess
are raging with life.
I know I'm healthy because I've smelled my balls. Like, I don't know, man. I don't know how we got to this, but
Be a man.
yeah, you're like, oh, jeez, I'm just so itchy. Oh, scratch myself. Time to smell those fingers and find out for sure. Yeah. Damn.
I don't understand. And it's weird to think that there's, like, you know, some of the most prestigious people in the world probably do that all the time, too.
100%.
Like, you know, like Barack Obama. You know, he probably sniffs his fingers all the time.
Yeah. Yeah.
Trump.
Yeah. It crosses political lines.
Yeah.
Trump scratches his balls, smells his fingers. So does
it's
Obama.
It's a great unifier right there.
Yeah. Everybody does it, you know? Yep.
That could be our campaign, Mike.
Princes and king. Well, yeah, we'll run for public office, and our campaign slogan will be everybody sniffs their fingers. And people will be like, what? Before camp.
Am I wrong?
If you're not talking about it, you're probably a weirdo. Like, listen, I'm just saying it. Everybody's thinking it. That might be a good way. You might be able to get.
Yeah. It might.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Look, there's a lot of division going on. It's time for some unity.
The unity is sniffing our fingers. They're scratching our parts. Yep.
It's relatable no matter who you are.
Well, and what it'll be like is at first there'll be a lot of shock and like pullback, and then everybody will think about it and they go, they're actually not wrong.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and then the people that call us out, what we can do would be like, you know what, you probably eat snails. Like,
yeah.
Yep.
See, our job here is to erase the stigma of finger sniffing. Yeah. So we want everyone to just be out there in public, sniffing your fingers. Just do it.
Scratch your ass and sniff your fingers in public.
Sniff, everyone.
Right in public, right in front of everyone. Just wash your hands after you do it, because
yeah.
Like, imagine just like walking up to somebody right after you do it, and then you just like try to shake their hand. You're like, oh, this is nice.
What's up, man?
What's up? How you doing? You're like, nah, I'm good, bro. I didn't want to fist bump you now. Yeah.
Do you want to sniff at least?
Yeah. Do you want to tell if I'm healthy or not? Like, no.
Do you want to smell my man musk?
Wow. We really derailed this podcast fast.
Yeah, we did.
I'm starting to, like, part of me wants to go, like, was it because Ben wasn't here? But I feel like Ben might have made this worse.
Probably.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What does alien man musk smell like? You know
what do alien balls smell like?
Yeah. I don't know. That's a weird question.
Do aliens have balls?
Oh my gosh. Do aliens have testicles? I'm going to look this up. Do aliens have testicles?
Well, they gotta store their jizz somewhere.
Yeah.
So.
We're asking the real questions.
Maybe they store their jizz in their heart or something.
Yeah.
Or in their head or.
They're just like, that's why their heads are so big.
Yeah,
because it's just full of. And they have they're kind of like the platypus. They just leak it out of their bodies. They're just like, oh, and it just leaks down their ducts and on the ground. And that's how we get the star jelly. Oh, and then it just comes out. We're gonna lose our entire audience with this episode.
I can totally see Ben doing that, by the way. Just laying there, just like it's just seeping out of his skin.
Oh, maybe it comes out of his antenna though. For the people that don't know, people that are new here, Ben has an antenna on his head. I actually have actual photographic HD evidence somewhere. I don't remember where I put it, but it absolutely exists. Yep. Yeah, it's a real thing. Yeah, it's a thing.
Yeah, we went into this huge deep dive research, and we can confirm that Ben is in fact an alien.
Yeah.
And he does have an antenna.
He does have an antenna. He's not married. He doesn't have any children, despite the fact that he's made numerous claims that he does and is, but he's not. We all know that.
Although, Mike, I'm starting to have some questions about that. Because I don't know if you've seen this story or not, but there was this strange alien creature that was found on a sidewalk. And if you look at like the video of it, it kind of looks like a weird alien baby almost.
Oh.
And it's starting to make me wonder if this is Ben's lost child.
Maybe Ben was walking around and he got too excited with the star jelly.
Maybe. Yeah.
Oh, dude, this is weird.
Yeah.
So yeah, like I'm watching this. This is in Australia. And this guy like found this weird like translucent thing. It looks like it has the head of an octopus and like this giant tail. And I'm just describing it for the audience. It looks like it has like a little arm that wasn't fully formed.
Yep.
This is crazy weird, dude. And he's trying to like poke at it with a stick, but it's kind of stuck to the pavement.
Yeah. But you see like that black like spot on it?
Yeah, it has like a black spot that looks like an eye. Yeah.
Yeah. So
what's weird about this apparently is, obviously everybody's speculating what could it be, what could it be, what could it be. Some people thought a lot of different things. This is where it gets weird to me. A biologist apparently saw the video. Some people thought that it was an embryo or an organism. Some people thought it was silicone or glue. Some people thought it was a rock. But this biologist said she thinks it might be an opossum embryo. But what's weird about that is that means that a biologist saw it and thought it was something living as well.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
It doesn't look fake. It looks like there's, because it has like that weird, like intricate, like translucence to it that just doesn't, that makes it look like it's actually something that was alive or something, or
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's weird. Like,
but yeah, like I'm starting to wonder if this is Ben's child, and maybe that's why he wasn't around for this.
That's why he wasn't feeling well,
episode.
is because he gave birth to a baby.
Right.
Yeah.
And he lost it in Australia.
Oh, man.
So
that would make a lot of sense. We've been talking a lot about Australia recently. And
yeah, but it's weird because Ben's always like weirdly defending Australia.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, we had lethal lightning, and he was talking about the sharks that were in Australia that could like chomp you, and he was like, "That's not a thing."
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
He was very defensive, especially about the sharks.
Yeah.
And you know what?
Yeah.
We know one thing Ben is obsessed with, besides the Megatherium: octopus.
Mm-hmm.
And that very much had an octopus-like look to it. Not quite, because it didn't have the 8 legs and 8 arms, or the 8 arms,
Mm-hmm.
But maybe, we know Ben only has 4, 2 legs, 2 arms. Maybe there's some weird mix. Maybe he's part octopus, part something else.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. And you can kind of see like little nubs on this alien thing.
Yeah.
Of like arms that are starting to form or something too.
Ben pumped it out and just left it in the street somewhere.
Wow.
Maybe they just come out randomly, sporadically. He can't help it, So he has to find the right spot to do it.
Kind of like a sneeze or something.
Yeah,
it's
he's like, oh, and he's just,
yeah.
Baby Ben fell on the ground. And it was just like laying there.
And he just left it.
Yeah, he just left it in some Australian found it.
Wow, Ben. Wow, Ben.
What if it's like the movie Life and it just like keeps evolving and growing? And
gosh. Well, it's funny because when I was looking at this for the first time, it kind of reminded me a little bit of like a Facehugger from Alien, because it has like the tail looking thing sort of.
Oh, snap, bro.
That kind of wraps around your neck and chokes you as, it pumps a baby inside of you. So
that just forces an egg right down your throat.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love Alien. Alien's such a great franchise.
Facehuggers scare the crap out of me. I think facehuggers are more terrifying than just about any other creature in the Alien franchise. Like, I mean, the xenomorphs are terrifying, but like they'll kill you. Like, they're big and strong and whatever.
Yeah.
But like the facehugger, this thing that just like flies across the room at you, and
it's kind of like a weird insect type thing, sort of.
Yeah.
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 It's just like its only purpose is to plant an egg inside of you. That's all. That's its only goal of existence.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
This is terrifying. Weird. Yeah, it is. Yeah. It's very weird. Just pump an egg down your throat, and then all of a sudden, next thing you know.
I remember when I watched Alien for the first time, and they have the whole scene with the guy laying on the table with the face hugger on his face, and he's just kind of just chilling there. They're trying to figure out what's going on. I was like, dude, this is crazy.
Yeah.
I've never seen anything like this before. This is insane.
No, not at all.
Yeah.
Yep. Dude, I don't know.
And you don't know what's going to happen, then suddenly a weird little baby thing just explodes out of his chest. And it's like, oh, cool.
Yeah. It's like, that's a thing. Dude. And I think if I remember correctly, there's like no real way to remove them.
Right, yeah. Yeah, I think you're right. Well, I think at that point, after it explodes out, you're basically dead.
Yeah.
But up until that point, like, you can't do anything.
Yeah.
You can't remove the face hugger because it'll kill the person or whatever, and then So it's just a bad situation.
Yeah. It's kind of crazy.
Don't get face hugged. Everyone.
No.
Just don't do it.
Ripley was the only one that's ever had a face hugger removed off her face.
Oh yeah, that was right. She did get that removed. Yeah.
Yeah, but
that was in Aliens, right?
Yes.
Aliens? Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
But still.
That's true.
Yeah. Dude, I really, really don't like face huggers. That's really what it comes down to. And the fact that they bleed acid, dude.
Yeah, they're just nasty, dude.
Dude, they're just freaking nasty. Like, yeah. I don't know, man. Like I said, those are one of the scariest aliens to me. Because this is one of those things they have just like, they just have like one purpose. It's to pump an egg down your throat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That's disgusting.
Yeah. Oh, dude, it's awful.
And Ben's whole purpose is to poop out alien babies.
Yeah. Dude, apparently, this is crazy. Apparently, like, I didn't know this. When a facehugger gets on you, the reason most people just lay there is because it paralyzes you. And then it acts as like a face mask, and it like breathes for you.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, I remember, like, after I watched the Alien franchise, I was, like, obsessed with it. I was looking up about all the different alien types, all the different xenomorphs, and all of those different types of ulterior versions of the xenomorph as well. And, I love it. I love it so much.
Dude,
it's so good.
I don't like it. I'm glad Ben doesn't have facehuggers. I'm glad he just sneezes his babies out.
Yeah. He's one of those kinds of aliens.
He's one of those ones. Yeah, xenomorphs are like, oh Jesus, that guy. And he's like, oh, and the baby comes out. They're like, bro, just be like normal people and just shove eggs down people's throats. Why can't you be normal like the rest of us? Oh man.
Oh man. But apparently, there was a report that came out earlier this year of from a researcher who said that there are potentially 4 malicious alien civilizations that live in the Milky Way galaxy that could attack Earth as well.
What?
Yeah, so he was basically warning us to be, kind of careful with all of the radio signals that we're sending out and everything else. And he said that there could potentially be 4 species of malicious aliens out there who are ready to just hop on over and show us a good time. So,
do they have names for these aliens?
No, I mean, not from what I've seen. Basically, it was just like it was after they sent out the WOW signal. Wow, which is like apparently like one of their radio signals that they send out. Wow, and so, oh no, sorry. This was one of the signals that we found. That was, how like they sometimes find like random radio signals out in space, and people are like, what's that from? Like, where did that come from? So that was apparently the WOW signal is what they think is from aliens, from 1,800 light years away, and he's basically like, yeah, those are definitely from aliens, and we shouldn't be, trying to communicate with them. Otherwise, they're going to come here and probe us or something. So
yeah, well, that's the thing. We've talked about this before. We never it's weird that we just assume these aliens would want to hurt us, but at the same time, like, I don't know. Yeah. I mean, we know Ben. I mean, his race kind of. I mean, I don't think they could hurt anybody even if they wanted to, but I mean, I don't know. Ben hasn't really ever given us any insight into whether or not there are like mean or vicious alien species out there. He gets really quiet when we talk about it. Yeah.
Maybe he was just bullied by his own species.
Maybe. Well, I mean, they did kick him off the planet.
That's true.
Yeah, we've been doing a lot of research. Ben doesn't know this, and that's why that's also part of the reason he's not here today. Is because sometimes we just let him go back into his cryo chamber, his star jelly chamber, and hang out. We've been trying to figure out where his planet's from, or where his planet is located for a while now.
Yeah, that's kind of the big question mark that we have still about Ben.
So. The EpicVerse scientists have been working very hard on it behind the scenes to discover this. If you didn't know, we have a team of scientists. They do all of our research. That's why everything on the show is so pinpoint accurate. It's I couldn't even finish that sentence. We actually had scientists on the show. They'd be so angry all the time. They're like, none of that's true. And they're like, yeah.
We literally have like a basement of scientists.
Yes.
They
live in a basement, and we just ask them things. We show up with like a clipboard, like, all right, give us some topics. And they're like, have you guys heard about star jelly? And we're like, no, tell me about it. And then they tell us about it. I'm like, that might be enough to get you out of the basement one day. Yeah. Yeah. It's pinpoint accurate scientific reporting here.
And we also have the scientists, working on all sorts of other projects as well. So
that's true.
we're trying to get them to figure out what's going to happen when the world ends and we have flying hippos everywhere and stuff. Like what are we going to be? What's our part to play in all of that? So because the EpicVerse podcast is going to save the world one day. So,
that's the hope.
It's going to happen. So.
Listen, we know that if things are going to end, we're trying to settle the score. We're trying to know who our enemies are, who our allies are. Some of us are divided still. Josiah and Ben still haven't really got on the hippo train, but I'm pretty convinced the hippos might be
I'm
the
on
way.
the hippo train.
Well, you don't believe they were related to whales?
No, I don't believe that part. But
it doesn't sound like you're on the hippo train. It sounds like you're.
But sometimes you can't choose your friends, and they're a much needed ally in the future.
Well, sometimes you can't choose your relations, like whales.
That's true. So apparently this researcher he kind of estimated that there would be 4 malicious alien civilizations by using the frequency of human conflict and the number of exoplanets that are in our galaxy, which are around 15,700 apparently. And then he kind of they basically did math stuff and was basically he estimated there was going to be at least 4 malicious alien civilizations. So
math stuff too. That's my favorite part.
Yes. Yep.
Pinpoint accurate. Scientific. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Only the best here on the EpicVerse podcast.
I just still wonder how you come to that conclusion though,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, because just by nature of them being alien, don't you think that they kind of are disqualified from acting like us? I don't know.
Right. Or maybe they're more like us than we think.
Yeah. Well,
who knows? It could go either direction.
Well, I guess. I mean, I don't know. I'm concerned, but I think 4 is a lot.
4 is a lot. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Because
we also all gangbanged us at the same time.
Yeah.
Oof.
Yeah, they're all working together.
Yeah, that'd be bad.
That would be really bad. They're just hey man, these humans are terrible. They're basically,
maybe that's when we offer Ben as a sacrifice to the aliens.
Yes. We throw him out there.
We have this one alien guy here who's from another species. We'll
you can have him.
To you guys, He
has an entire tube full of star jelly.
Yeah.
You guys can have that. We don't want it here. We don't want it.
His babies.
Yeah, his babies. He sneezes out babies constantly.
Yep. You can have it all.
You can have it all.
Take it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That might be what saves us from the aliens.
No.
Yeah.
Ben will have to sacrifice himself.
Maybe Ben not being here is for the best because if he's healthy, nobody wants a sick alien. The healthier he is, the more likely we can barter him for the sake of the planet. Mm-hmm. Thanks, Ben.
Yeah.
You inadvertently saved the planet by being obsessed with star jelly.
I think that about wraps it for this episode because we're just getting more and more off the rails. But we figured out a lot of things that are going to be saving the Earth one day, and I appreciate the fact that you're here, Mike, and we were able to solve the world's problems.
Yeah, always. Well, and I gotta once again give a shout out to our scientists.
Yes,
our basement scientists. We couldn't do this show without them, and their excellent reporting. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And their
pristine research. That's what they do.
The best kind of research. They ask us, what kind of research you guys do? And we say, the best. They tell us constantly, it's the best kind of research. It's better than anyone else's research. Yeah.
And we'll keep feeding them the snails that we find. So,
yeah. Well, I'm not eating them.
Just dump them down a tube.
Eat those. They're not African snails. They'll be healthy. Well,
so with that being said, that is going to be our episode for this week. We hope that you guys enjoyed. Thank you so much for watching, listening, all of that good stuff. If you're watching us on YouTube, then please subscribe and leave a comment. We'd appreciate that a lot. And if you're listening to us on your favorite audio podcast platform, then please leave a review. Thank you so much, and we'll catch you all in another episode very soon. Bye.
Peace.